Hello and welcome to Faith, Hope, Love. It's your weekly podcast that talks about the Bible using teachings and stories and illustrations. Listen, guys, we've talked about 2 weeks ago the fact that you should go for the price. Last week, we talked about what the price is. This week, what I'm teaching you is how to get the prize. I read 1 Corinthians 9:24 to 27 last week, but I'm going to emphasize on a different portion of the text, okay? Paul admonishes us to run also that we may obtain a prize. Now, let me read from verse 24. He says, "Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize?" So just a lot of people run, but one person receives a prize. "So run that you may obtain." But we're trying to see, what can I do so I can run? How do I orient myself in the world so I can run? 25 says, "And every man that striveth for mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to receive a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. I therefore so run, not so uncertain, or not as uncertain, I beg your pardon. So fight I, not as one that beateth the air." So he's saying, I'm not just running, I'm not acting without cause, without a strategy, without knowing exactly what I'm doing. But this is what he says in verse 27, and that's my emphasis this week. He says, "But I keep under my body, I beg your pardon, I keep under my body and bring it into subjection." So he keeps under his body and brings it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself might be a castaway. There you have it. Paul says, for you to be able to get that prize, you need to what? Keep under your body and bring it onto subjection. You have to be able to have mastery of your body. If you don't have mastery over your body, you can't get the crown of righteousness and glory. Now, this is echoed in Galatians 5 verse 17. It says, "For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary one to another." Watch this next line. Please listen to this. It says, "So that ye cannot do the things that ye would." What prevents you from running? What prevents you from running is the flesh lusting against the spirit. The flesh is the reason why a lot of people cannot get what they are going for, and in this context are unable to press towards the prize of the high calling in Christ. Friends, you have to put your body under subjection. And remember, if you are in Christ, you have crucified the flesh. So Jesus has dealt with it already. You just have to have the understanding and walk in that. And I'll conclude with this. This is the reason why in Hebrew 12, I think from verse 1, and I paraphrase, where it says, "Wherefore, seeing that we are also encompassed round about by a great cloud of witness, let us lay aside every weight and sin that does so easily beset us, and run the race." You see, lay aside weights and sin and run the race. So putting your body under subjection is about laying aside weights, cares of this life, problems, laying aside weights and sin so you can run. If you put aside weights and sin, you have put your body under subjection, you have dealt with the flesh, you are living in the spirit, and I assure you there is a crown of righteousness and a crown of glory waiting for you. Listen, that's all I have on this episode, and until the next episode, remember, we are going for the prize.